Why my father got a punching bag. My old man was a naturally large and strong person who liked to think he was cool. But his temper was something else. He'd go into what I called gorilla mode. He'd puff up his chest and start stomping. And he usually resolved his anger by hitting something. My mother kept trying to tell him to hit pillows, but the walls were his primary target. It didn't matter where he was in the house. If he got angry enough, he'd hit something. If it was something he could break with his fist, he'd break it. But more than once he made the mistake of hitting something his fist couldn't break. He'd seethe, then go listen to his record player, and drink. And he punched a lot of holes in the walls. My parents had spare cans of paint and putty in the garage. Because of all the holes in the walls, my father Maddie. Everything changed in the late 80s, when my father's team lost the Super Bowl. He went into a rage, and punched the wall again. But that time, he hit a stud, and broke his hand. He got stuck on light duty at work for 2 months before it was healed, and he hated it. Before he said he was always confident, he knew where the studs were. But he was running out of places he hadn't punched already. After his hand was better, my father came home with an old punching bag that he'd gotten from who knows where. And he put it up on a chain in the garage. From that day, almost every time he was angry enough, he'd go attack that punching bag like he was Rocky in the slaughterhouse. After a few years of that, he eventually tore that punching bag up to the point he had to replace it. The thing was practically made of duct tape by that point anyway. And he went out and got another one to replace it. That one looked old too. Still don't know where he got them from. My mother was also rather thankful he'd gotten the punching bags, because it meant almost no more holes in the walls. Still happened a couple times a year. But usually he hit the punching bag. When I was 18 and bought my second car, I put said car in my name so my father couldn't steal it, like he did my first one. For roughly a week my father repeatedly demanded I hand over the title to my car. And when I refused, he'd try to rough me up. But I wasn't little anymore, and was getting bolder against him every day. So he'd just threaten me, and then go into the garage. He was loud when attacking that punching bag. Lots of F-bombs and ranting no one could understand. After that week, my father kicked me out for refusing to hand over the car to him. I never entered my parents' house again, so I don't know if my father wore out that second punching bag or not. But after I got situated living in a trailer at my uncle's house, I started going to the gym. And I used their punching bag quite often. And a friend taught me basic martial arts with punching and kicking. I was by no means fighter material, but as I beefed up, my old man was less and less inclined to pick a fight with me. And I could see how it mentally broke him, to see me as the stronger man. I wanted to slug him in the face so many times. But I never got the chance because I was always waiting for him to hit me first, and make it self-defense. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.